paramilitary rapid rest support forces on the outskirts of the capital, Khartoum. The army said its leader, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, had given initial approval to a plan to extend the truce due to expire later today for another 72 hours and send an army envoy to Juba, the South Sudan capital, for talks. The military said the presidents of South Sudan, Kenya, and Djibouti worked on a proposal that includes extending the truce and talks between the two forces. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken and African Union Commission Chairperson Musa Mohammed have also discussed ways to work together to end the fighting in Sudan. And that was the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Annie Abdusalam. Thank you for listening. To have a good morning.
Ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
All right, 6 minutes has gone past 10. You're listening to Today 95.1 FM, and I have with me here the Business Development Manager for HFM Nigeria, Mr. Olumide Odurinde. It's great to have you. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't think I'm singing this. Have I sing it this year? No. So, Happy New Year. And all the other happy things that happened.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Odurinde, let's just jump right into it now. You're the Business Development Manager for HFM Nigeria. So what is HFM about? Tell us about that a bit quickly.
Basically, HFM is an online CFD broker. What we do basically is that we offer CFD trading platforms on currencies, commodities, indices, more than 1,200 instruments. Now, in case you're just hearing the word CFD for the first time, what does CFD means? CFD is an acronym for contract for difference. It means
contract for difference.
Contract for difference. Okay. So CFD. It means that when you're trading on a CFD brokers platform, you are actually buying a contract based on price differences, fluctuation in prices of different asset classes. On a CFD brokers platform, you are not really buying the underlying assets. You are only taking advantage of fluctuation in prices of these assets. If you're speculating that the price of the dollar is going to be gaining against the pound, you will be buying the dollar against the pound at the price that it is at the moment, and hoping it to get to the price, the optimum price you're looking at it to get to. That means that when it gets to that price, you are paid that difference in price. That's where the name comes from, contract for difference. Okay. If it goes against you, you'll be the one to pay the difference. Now, if you're looking at the broker, what does the broker mean? The broker is just granting you the access to the global financial market. Some of us have gotten shares, stocks from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and you just don't walk to the management of, let's say, if Today FM is listed in the floor of the stock exchange, you don't just walk up to the management and say, I want to buy your shares. You need to go there through a stock broker. That's the middleman between the buyer and the seller, granting you the access. And based on the volume that you're transacting, you would be paying commissions to that stock broker. So the same way we are a CFD broker, we charge spread or commission when you are trading on our platform. Now, what you need to know is this. We offer this platform to both retail and institutional clients. Now, as a trader, you want to be sure that the broker you are trading with is well regulated. HFM is an industry leader. We've been in business since 2010. We have our head office at Cyprus, where we are regulated by the Cyprus Securities Exchange Commission. We have office in UK, where we are regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority in UK. We also have office in Johannesburg, South Africa, where we are regulated by the Financial Sector Conduct Authority of South Africa. We have office in Dubai, where we are regulated by the Dubai Financial Service Authority, just to mention a few regulations. In Nigeria, the business is not regulated in Nigeria, but we are always in constant communication with the regulatory authorities. But in addition to that, in Nigeria, we have registered as a non-designated financial institution with Scrum, where we report our financial transactions to them. That's something we've done like at least we are reporting when the business is well and fully regulated. Okay. And there's no law doing that at the moment, but we are seeing how that can do in lines with the regulatory authorities. And one good thing you need to know regarding these international regulations that I've done is explain is that by law it means that the broker must operate segregated accounts. It means that the account where funds of clients go into is different from the account the broker does his day-to-day activities. Okay. So funds of clients are safe. So as a trader, what you just need to be aware of is, how do I trade in the market, and be sure that you don't suffer losses. And in addition to that, we also offer premium trading education that helps traders to understand the market, master the market, and pick the best trades.
All right, great. So tell us about, you said you do offer this training. I think I'm interested in the training. So tell us about this online Forex and CFD training as an income opportunity.
Now, as an income opportunity, you need to know this, that there are a lot of opportunities in those markets. I can give you instances, a lot of instances, events that you can relate with. The war in Russia and Ukraine, it's over a year now. And you could also see that this has weighed in on economic powers, especially in the Eurozone. Since this is happening in the Eurozone, you notice that the euro as an asset has suffered greatly, immensely due to this. And if you are a speculator, at the beginning of this, you could have taken advantage of this, you understand, and sold the euro against other assets like the dollar, which at the moment is a baseline currency for most global transactions.
That's the dollar we're talking about.
As a dollar. Okay. So it's a safe haven asset. So when there are issues like this in the world where investors are having apathy, they go to safe haven assets that are baseline, that basically this is where you can transact business. Dollar happens to be a safe haven asset. Okay. And the gold also happens to be a safe haven asset. So you realize that at this time, gold has really appreciated during this. Even Russia itself had to do most of the transaction when it comes to gold. So as an investor, a speculator, you would have speculated and taken advantage of this based on the information.
That you have.
It's not gambling. People think forex trading is gambling. Yes, it can be gambling if you don't know what you are doing.
Exactly.
Someone just tells you that buy this, sell this. You don't have the information why you are buying and why you are selling. And you can't be right all of the time. That's why it's speculative. This business is highly speculative. And for any speculative investment, is high risk, meaning that you can make a lot of money and you can lose a lot of money also in this business. And that is why risk management is very, very important. Now, I've just given you an information. Also, if you're in the news last week to this week, you would have noticed that what has been in the bonus at the moment has been AI. We've moved from metaverse to AI, and now you realize that a lot of these big techs are now closing shops, even in London, which happens to be a very, very big up for them before. And the pound has taken a hit due to that. So if you're taking advantage of that information at the end of the day, you'd have looked at a stronger asset, let's say the Canadian dollar, for instance, and you'd have paid it, or the Japanese JPY, for instance, and you'd have looked at an optimum point of entry. Now, the key thing you also need to know is this. I can say that, for instance, I want to go to Abuja, but I won't just walk out at Stadium Road and say that I'll get a flight to Abuja. I need to take a taxi to the airport, then I'll board my flight from the airport to Abuja. So it's not just about knowing that I want to buy this asset, but at what point the timing is also key. So that is why education is important, training is important. You might have heard about CFD trading, forex trading, that you just put your money somewhere and then you'll be hearing that you start getting return. It is a business. You open a store, you start a pure water factory. You just don't keep it unattended to and expect return at the end of the day. So this is a business that you need to learn, and that's why we are also here in this.
All right then. So is CFD trading lucrative, especially forex trading?
CFD trading is very, very lucrative. Now I can give you an example of things that you could identify with physically, like the BDC guys. Okay. If you have had any business with the BDC guys before, you've transacted business with any of these BDC guys before, you notice that when you might be driving by, you see them knocking the, you want to buy it or you want to sell the library. That's because they are doing this for speculative purpose. They are the offline brokers. So if you go to them and say, how much is dollar today? The first thing they will ask you is, do you want to buy or sell? Because the buying price is different from the selling price. And now you can imagine that you see them with their phones 24/7, making sure they are asking for information, because if they realize that the value of an asset, you just want to buy because you are traveling out of the country to maybe do a business, but they are holding on to that asset and they realize that it's like the dollar is falling right now, the naira is appreciating, they sell it off. They don't keep it, waiting for a time when it will also appreciate again, so that they buy it. So that's how speculation is basically. Now you are now taking this away from the offline market, physical market. You are now going online to do this. Now on the the online market, there's no shop. Nobody doesn't need to come and meet you and tell that to say that come and buy or sell. And the broker also offers you leverage, means you can increase your purchasing power, but it's like a double-edged sword. As it increases your purchasing power for profit, it can also increase your losses too. So you need to trade that with know the risks that are involved too. So now it's about knowing the information, having access to the information, like we've said before. So if you are the wrong side of the market, you'll be having losses.
You've said quite a lot when it comes to the issue of risk and this line of business. How does one manage their risk? I mean, what kind of education do I get to have to understand the management of my risks here?
Now, there are different drivers in the market. There are sentiments, there are fundamentals, like the central bank can just give an information that we are hiking interest rates. Obviously, with increase in interest rate, the value of the instrument of that dollar, of let's say the currency, would appreciate. Considering some other economic variables, it doesn't stand just in isolation. Some events might just happen, just like we've just said, not something scheduled. For instance, like the news that I just said, some companies that are closing shop in London, for instance. Now that would obviously some job losses, some big techs that are saying that we are closing shop in this particular country, 2,000 jobs have been lost, 3,000 jobs. That's not something. So those sentiments will weigh in, that might drive the market, let's say from the session, let's say the London session, which opens around our own time, 7, and then it can weigh into the New York session that opens around 2, and then before it goes to the Asian session, the market has already shifted again. So those are part of those things. So now if I'm entering the market, I must be able to time my entry and say that based on this information, if it doesn't go in my direction, how much am I willing to lose? Is it 5 naira? Is it 10 naira? I can predetermine my risk. So if it doesn't go in my direction, I can close my shop. And then the worst case is I'm losing 5 naira. But the best case is on this trade, I'm gaining 15 naira. So I have my risk-reward ratio based on the information, and now I'm entering the market.
Again, I'm going to ask, does HFM offer any form of educational materials or trainings or anything like that?
Yes, we offer premium training education, like I've said. And to that effect, we are having a seminar coming up the day after tomorrow. It's taking place at Novotel.
That'll be Saturday.
This Saturday.
Right.
That's number 3 Stadium Road, Room Omasi, here in Port Harcourt. Time is 10 a.m. through to 4:30. The seminar is totally free of charge. You don't have any financial obligation whatsoever. You are new to the business. You are already an experienced trader. You are a derivative trader. You are struggling. You've had losses. You've blown your account in the past. You've had consistent back-to-back losses, and you've given up on this business. This is the time for you to come around, to come and learn what you've really done wrong. What did you do wrong? Believe me, if this business is not lucrative, I won't be here. Believe me, I won't be here. If people are not really making it, so it shows that there is a way you can go about it, and the best way to go about it is to have someone to mentor you, guide you, show you the ropes in this business. And at HFM we can show you. So to be a part of it, all you just need to do is register by sending an SMS. Text PH to 090 95 16 4499. Text PH to 090 95 16 4499. Or you could just register through our website, that is at www.hfm.com. That is www.hfm.com. today95.1fm.com to register for this event. This event is totally free of charge.
Okay. All right. But I see that it's from 10 a.m. all the way till 4. There's a lot of things happening then, right?
Yes. There are a lot of things happening.
So what will be the benefits then?
The benefits are numerous. For those of us that we are new to the market, you understand, and you want to learn how the forex market work. How do you trade the market? When am I supposed to be buying an asset? When am I supposed to be selling an asset? How do I manage my risks? You and I can enter into the same trade and we'll have different results because of the way we are managing our trade. Some of us are traders. We've been trading for years. You tell us, I've been trading for years. And I ask a simple question. Do you have a trading plan? Some people don't even have a trading plan. Some set of rules that you put in place before you enter a trade. Do you have a journal to show your trades for these years you've been trading? They don't have a... Now I ask you, you are a distributor of, let's say, XYZ. Do you have an inventory of what you have in your store? You hear yes. Do you know how many things are there? Yes. Do you know the profit to say yes? But you have a business you are doing and you call yourself a CFD trader. You don't have a journal, you don't have a set of rules. So there are a lot of things that we need to put in place. We'll be telling you those things that you need to do. You have a strategy you are using at the moment. Today you are making profit, tomorrow you are having losses. You lack that consistency in the market. Come around for this seminar. You have a lot of questions begging for answers. Believe me, we'll be able to delve deep into answering most of those questions. We won't there's going to be a training after this seminar. We have an educational center also here in Port Harcourt. So there's going to be free training after the seminar because the market is open Monday to Friday. For 24 hours. So you'll be having hands-on training during the training. And then for those that will be attending the seminar...
The training is for Monday to Friday?
The training is for 3 days, Monday to Wednesday. But the office is open Monday to Friday. And then also details will be communicated at the end of the seminar. And then for those of us that will be at the seminar, there's going to be lucky draw for 3 lucky persons at the end of the seminar. And for the lucky draw prizes, the third person will be going with $500 trading capital to start the business. The second person will be going with $750 trading capital to start the business, while the first person will be going with $1,000. So
it's a draw.
It's going to be a lucky draw.
It's a lucky draw. So
everybody that
would you tell me which one? So I'll know. Would you tell me which one? So I would luckily draw the $1,000. Now it's a trading capital, right?
It's a trading capital for them to start the business. So that means
are you going to take it back from me eventually? Or that's
no. A capital means that you are giving a leverage for you to start the business. You can trade with these funds, and that's something that gives you a kickstart to start the business. So
my point is, if I start making, are you going to come back and say, we gave you the 1,000 to start, give us back?
Meaning that if you trade with the funds, you can make a lot of profit on the funds, and then you can withdraw those profits.
Okay.
So and then in case you now missed it and you want to be a part of it, this seminar is taking place the day after tomorrow. That's this Saturday. Because if I'm saying day after, it might look like this Saturday. So at Novotel, and that is at number 3 Stadium Road, Rumomasi here in Port Harcourt. Time is 10 a.m. through to 4:30. There's going to be a light refreshment in between the seminar. It's totally free of charge. To register, seats are limited. Just text PH. Text PH to 090 95 16 4499. Text PH to 090 95 16 4499. Or you could just register through our website. That is at www.hfm.com. That is www.hfm.com.
Okay. All right. So now that we've gone through the benefits, there's going to be training that will follow on Monday and Wednesday. This training, is it for those that attended the seminar? Let me just clarify that.
This training is for those. Yes. Our office is always open Monday through Friday, meaning that even after the seminar, you could always just walk up to our office and just make inquiries, join the training.
I want to know, if I don't come for this seminar, maybe for something, maybe I missed the seminar, can I come for the training on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday?
You can come for the training next week. You can come for the training upper week. Trainings are always there at the office, week in, week out, and it's also free of charge too.
So who should attend? Who are we looking at?
Now, for those that want to attend the seminar, this seminar for those who if you're a business owner, you have a business you're doing presently, and you're looking at some other business opportunities you can look into. CFD trading is very, very lucrative. And if you're someone that you're an experienced derivative trader, you're looking at getting better, owning your skills, this seminar is that which you want to be there. And those of us that we are looking for something that we can do by the side, you realize that you're struggling, and you want, what we're doing basically is to help you to develop a new income skill.
Okay.
So if you learn this at the training, you'll be given a demo account, a simulation account where you can practice in a live market scenario without using real money. So by the time you're able to develop your skill, or you're a experienced derivative trader, you get better, then you can now put in funds. You see that this is a business you can do. So it's about you generating a new income skill. Someone that is looking for a legitimate online business to do, believe me, CFD trading is one thing you want to look out for. Now, you're an affiliate. You want to partner with the broker. You want to leverage on this brand. We are going to be having a meeting at this seminar to discuss how you could leverage on this brand, the support that you need. You have an office, you run consultancy. You want to also look at another business like this to develop your capacity. Now, I tell people this: success can be duplicated. So there's something that we are doing right. There's something that the trader is doing right. There's something that a business owner is doing right. If you can run on the same template, the chances that you succeed is much higher. So we can show you the ropes. We have the capacity to show you the ropes in this business. You don't have anything to lose. But yes, it's free of charge, but you still be paying something at the end of the day. That is, everybody needs to pay attention when you're coming around at this seminar. So to be there at this seminar, the seminar is taking place this Saturday at Novotel, and that's at number 3 Stadium Road, 10 a.m. through to 4:30. Seats are very, very limited. So to register, all you just need to do is text PH. Text PH to 090 95 164499. Text PH to 090 95 164499. Or you could just register through our website, that is at www.hfm.com. That is www.hfm.com to register. Once again, this seminar is totally free of charge. Just register by texting PH to 090 95 164499.
All right, don't forget, it's this Saturday, April the 29th. This Saturday, so it's just Friday, then Saturday. It's at Novotel Hotel, Stadium Road, Rumor-Massey, Port Harcourt. The time is 10 a.m. And I'm speaking with the Business Development Manager, Olumide Odurinde of HFM Nigeria. He's gone ahead to tell us how well established HFM Nigeria has been in their spread and what they've been doing as an online CFD broker. It's going to be a great opportunity to be at this seminar coming up. But in case you've got any questions you want to quickly ask Mr. Odurinde now, I will open the phone lines for just a couple of minutes, or you want to send a text message, a question you want to ask. I'll also be entertaining some of that now for just the next couple of minutes, and then we'll wrap up on our conversation this morning. So if you want to ask him a question, do call in. The numbers are 0817 000951 or 0810-9510951. Those two numbers will bring you into the studio. You can also send us a text message to 07019339962. I do have a question though, and I want to ask this. What makes HFM different? I mean, we've seen several other should I call them online CFD brokers or forex brokers? So what makes yours different? What makes HFM different?
Now, what makes HFM different is that when you are trading on a platform, you are not doing this alone. The broker is with you every step of the way. Now, from the process that you've entered into, you've logged into our website, signing up, you are given a dedicated account manager that will be able to guide you through the process. All the other inquiries that you might have, the experience basically is there. Now, when it comes to now the trading proper, the platform is super fast. And then for every trader, the thing that we always look out for is the cost of trading. So our spreads are very, very competitive. So very low cost of trading when you're trading on the platform. Now, it's not, apart from the cost, one thing any trader wants to look out for is knowing how to approach the market well. Having the right tools to be able to approach the market. We have a lot of fantastic tools that traders can always make use of. Right there, which is also free to all our clients, which we've made available. And there are also free webinars that we've put on YouTube. When you follow us on YouTube, just go through HFM on YouTube or HFM Nigeria on YouTube, and you'll see those webinars on how to use those tools to get better regarding your trade. And we also have channels where we also mentor people. Analysis, we post analysis, market research. So as a trader, most of the time you also look at the process that, I need to go through a lot to analyze the market, go through different websites before I can now make trading decisions. We've simplified everything and itemized the most important things for you to look out for in the analysis. So once you just see those analyses in our mentorship group, you can now know, okay, today I can make some trading decisions based on this analysis. This is where I want to focus on and build on from there. So all this has been put in place, adding that to the tool. So it increases your conviction level at the end of the day. So if your conviction level was 40%, you look at the analysis, it increases to 50%. You put up the tools, you analyze, and you see a point of entry. Your conviction level is increased by 60 to 70%. And then you also look at, go through to the trading, how to manage your risks. So at the end of the day, we are with you every step of the way. And then there's also the community that we put in place where traders can also leverage on their strategy. There are some people that might be very busy and they don't have the time. Yes, I've learned how to trade. I know how to trade, but I don't have the time. So I can see strategies of other traders from all around the world and say, okay, this is a strategy. I want to leverage on his strategy and copy what he's doing. We put in this in place. So all these are things that we put in place to make sure that when you're on the platform, you have the best service. And to that effect, traders in Nigeria have made us number one. For 3 years back to back, we've got the CFD Broker of the Year from the bank and other financial institutions award given to us by Business, the reputable paper. So this is something that you can always enjoy on the platform. And that's why we always have this kind of seminars where we can also interact with our traders, get to know their pain points, get to know their questions so that we can get better and get better. So in case you missed it and you want to be a part of the seminar, just like we said, the seminar is taking place this Saturday at Novotel, number 3 Stadium Road, Romomasi here in Port Harcourt. Time is 10 a.m. through to 4:30. To register, all you just need to do is text PH to 090 95 16 4499. Text PH to 090 95 16 4499. Or you could just register through our website, that is at www.hfm.com. That is www.hfm.com to register and be a part of this event. This event is totally free of charge.
Okay. All right. Sorry, the phone lines were on, but we were at the middle of a conversation. I couldn't pick it, so if you've been trying to get through, I'll pick in just a moment. But I have this here from Dave who says, good morning, ma'am. I've been listening in. Please, can your guest let us know whether we need to come out with any identification or we're free to come as we are?
All you just need to do is, once you register, come around, come with your pen, your notepad, and be above 18 years old and be able to use an internet-enabled device.
Okay.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Someone is asking the same question I asked. How do you win the 1,000? Tell us a bit again about the draw.
For everyone that will be attending the seminar, you'll be given a ticket or a coupon. So that will be put into the draw, and someone amongst those seated will pick someone also amongst those seated, and then if your ticket is picked, you can be one of those that will be weakening in the trading capital.
Either a $500 coupon or $750
or $1,000 trading capital to start the business.
Wow. I'm very tempted, but I need to know whether I'll be the one that will. All right then, Mr. Oduride, before we let you go though, lots of Nigerians would say, oh, we've heard a lot about these brokers and these traders and everything else. How long do you think that you're here to stay? Some people say, oh, they come and go. Do you think that you're here to stay for good, or there's a possibility that this forex market thing would die off and it's over?
No, this is one thing I want listeners to know. When it comes to the global financial markets, as long as countries are still exchanging their currency to another, the forex markets will always be there. And when it comes to the global financial market, it's not just currencies. You have commodities. You have indices. Indices are aggregation of different stocks of top companies. So those companies are still existing. So their shares will always go up and down. Indices will always go up and down.
So the market
commodities are there. Cocoa, millet, they are always going to still be with us.
Silver.
Gold, silver, crude oil, WTI. So all these things are still always going to be there. So as long as these things are still there with us and their prices are going up and down, CFD trading will always be there. And we've been in Nigeria going to 6 years physically.
6 years?
6 years now. In Nigeria going to 6 years. And we've been non-physically in Nigeria, meaning that we've been accepting clients from Nigeria since 2010. So that's a long time. HFM is not going in. And we have more than 65 industry awards to our name. So
why are you spread over in Nigeria?
And we have an office in a physical educational center in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja.
That's the key areas. All right, Mr. Zorida, let's get how to register one more time.
So to register for this event, all you just need to do is text PH to 090-9516-4499. The seminar is taking place this Saturday at Novotel, number 3 Stadium Road, Room Omasi here in Port Harcourt. Time is 10 a.m. through to 4:30. The Novotel is just like almost directly opposite that NAV-based center. Okay. It's almost to the extent of the road. So to be a part of it, just text PH to 090-9516-4499. You could just register through our website. That's www.hfm.com. This seminar basically is an opportunity for you to learn a new income skill from top professionals. And if you are a trader already, we can help you to improve and maximize the opportunities CFD trading has to offer. To just register, just text PH to 090-9516-4499.
All right, Duru says, please, is there any minimum amount one can start trading with your company?
We have an account type, which is a micro account, where you can start with as low as $5 or 5,000 naira. You understand? But I advise people, if you want to learn something and you are learning it, imagine you are able to make 1%. And you put 50,000 naira into it. 1% of 50,000 naira is different from 1% of 5,000 naira. So
the choice is yours.
The choice is yours. So it depends on what you want to do. The major thing is to learn the income skill. The amount you put into it is totally up to you.
Fantastic. Any last words as I let you go?
This is the second quarter of the year. You want things to change for the better for you. Definitely. And you are still doing the same thing and you're expecting different results. Why not try something new? You are an experienced derivative trader. Come around for this seminar. Learn a new income skill. What you are just giving us is your time. And at the end of the day, believe me, we'll be giving you value for the time you spend with us. Just text PH to 090-9516-4499 to have the details.
Or register through the website www.hfm.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me around.
All right, so stay with us. We'll continue with the papers in just a moment. Today's quest is still on. You're still listening to Today 95.1 FM here in the beautiful city of Port Harcourt.
Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Wake up to today's quest. Wake up. All the news and information you need in one go. Get started with the best of sports, lifestyle, analysis, and Annie. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Wake up to today's quest with Annie on Today 95.1 FM from 6 to 11 a.m. weekdays. Fantastic.
Has gone past 10. You are listening to Today 95.1 FM. I'm going to quickly run through some of your comments concerning the papers. So I'm going onto Facebook now. And there you are on the Facebook. Thank God Ability Ateobu says tomato scarcity looms as farmers lose 1.3 billion naira. And if we're blaming insects for the ravaged tomatoes, we should also blame herdsmen for raping and killing our women that went to their farmland. Amity Prince, Tinubu needs Igbos to succeed. That means Tinubu does not need the Ibibios, Ikweres, Orobos, Idomas, Anang, Ukeb, Ikom, and other ethnicities to succeed. Until we stop deceiving ourselves that Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba made us a country, we can never succeed as a country. There is no successful country on earth that stands with three legs like this. Amity Prince, a time of national unity. There can never be unity in the presence of injustice and lack of equilibrium satisfaction. Until this issue of injustice and equal rights is being addressed in this country, unity can never be achieved. While preaching unity, we should do the needful. Chile Edwin, Wike confirms Tinubu will inaugurate flyover and court project. It's most unfortunate that Rivers people found themselves where they are today. That for 8 years, someone will be building bridges and gutters linking between him and his Julius Berger, while the people are dying in penury and poverty as the flyovers don't create any form of employment. I'm wondering how the people got here, even when this same governor has described Tinubu and his APC as a cancer, but will now be romancing with the same cancer to the detriment of Rivers people. Amity Prince, yet again, Tinubu inauguration, Southeast jittery over exclusion. When Southeast is included, that means the problem of Southeast is solved. This Southeast really needs to redefine their political mission and vision, because I was thinking that they need something reasonable than being in Tinubu's inauguration committee. Everest Anayochi Nwachuku, a time for national unity. He says any call for national unity that is not centered on sincerity of purpose, transparency, equity, and fairness means we don't want to move forward. Chile Edwin, Sudan's crisis, no Nigerian life has been lost. It's cheering news to note that we've not lost any Nigerian to the crisis, but this is the time for Nigerians to appreciate what they have as a country and not always mocking Nigeria with their japa and no japa, but will always fall back to Nigeria when the trouble comes. Chile Edwin, presidential polls, your bias. Peter Obi replies, INEC. Peter Obi should stop distracting Nigerians with unnecessary sweet nothing, because he came a distant third in the election, and I'm wondering why he thrives in propaganda, just like the IPOB terrorists and Atiku Abubakar. Everest Anyachi Nwachuku, 9,000 illegal herders sneaked into Ondo in 1 month. Amoteku. I don't think it's only in Ondo alone. These herders are all over the south. In near future, what we allow into our villages may likely haunt us. What is happening in Benue, Plateau, Kaduna will start happening here. Ifi Ibiam, presidential pool, you're biased. Peter Obi replies, INEC. Sincerely, I don't understand this country. Please, I want to ask, is INEC supposed to take sides? Is there, if they said president-select win the election, just asking for a friend? And where Medino, presidential pool, you're biased. Peter Obi replies, INEC, normally, INEC is not supposed to take sides. And then you have Okwando Obina, Wike confirms Tinubu will inaugurate flyover court projects in Rivers. The romance and hobnobbing of Bola Ahmed Tinubu with the government in Rivers State is very preposterous and shows how the leadership of the incoming president will look like. For Governor Wike to waste the resources of the people for the past 8 years and looking like he's getting commendation from APC elected president, which the governor described as cancer, is very unchristian and sad. This invitation to Tinubu will end up in using the people's resources to buy more whiskey at exorbitant prices. Angel Saint Obi is Mr. Emmanuel Undukwe trying to say that the southern region is lazy and that they can't do mass production. What are the reasons that makes it so? I want to know. Mr. Obidima, indeed, Nigeria is a problem because it will be run by drug barons. Good day, everyone. Ebere Engineering Up Jesus, good morning to you. Let the truth be told. Peter Obi is right. How can someone who did not win Lagos and Abuja be declared the winner? Why? Someone can lose Lagos, Abuja and still be the winner. Lagos and Abuja is just 2 out of the 36 states. Anyways, you said we all know who we voted for in River State for presidential election, but INEC gave us what we did not order. We are waiting for Supreme Court judgment. God help us all. All right, we got most of your thoughts there. Let me get on to another story. Okay, I think the words on the last story, which had to do with illegal headers, right? That was the last story. Illegal headers sneaked into Ondo. I do have one more guest who hasn't had anything to say yet, so let me give him the opportunity, and that's Associate Professor Emmanuel Warner from the Department of Political Science, University of Port Harcourt. Good to have you. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much, Annie. Good morning.
So Amoteka says in a 1 month period, about 9,000 illegal herders sneaked into Ondo State. They say that they're doing this because they can come in through neighboring states, border towns, Ekiti, Kogi, and I think they said Ondo or Ogun. I can't remember.
Annie, first, one of the responsibilities of every state is to protect lives and property. And the state can do that when it mobilizes its military prowess to ensure that comes to be. But unfortunately in Nigeria, the Nigerian state seem not to be doing that. And I think that is because of the fact that when you have an equal relationship amongst people who claim to be equal, the tendency is that you are going to have inequality. It is enshrined in the Nigerian Constitution that you have federal character principle as a means of trying to ensure how to even what ordinarily is uneven, to bring to the same pedestal all the various ethnic groups of this country. But again, unfortunately, that is not being respected. And it is because the politicization of the military, even the other security agencies, is also playing out here. You realize that most of those security agencies are dominated mostly from people from a particular section of the country. I was telling my students yesterday that some of my friends in the military, sometimes, some of them, the few ones from the south, all of a sudden, they can speak Hausa. And it's because that's the trend. If you don't speak little Hausa, you may not be carried along. And so the same thing is also playing in terms of the security of this country, to the extent that there's politicization, bad one for that matter. Because when politics is not bad, but those who play the politics are bad. So you find out that, the politicization, bad politicization of the security agencies is also playing out on efficacy of these security agencies in terms of, stemming the tide of insecurity. I mean, we would have expected that this thing that Moteku, the data they are rolling out to us, should have been from either the police or the military. So what are they doing? Are we saying that the military and the police are not in Ondo State? Are they not represented there in Ondo State? So what are they doing actually? And this thing has come of age. For how many years now we've been talking about insecurity? And then these people keep on moving into a particular place and wreaking havoc on the people, and it appears nothing is happening. I think that we need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. The security agencies, what is wrong with them? Is it that you don't have intelligence reports, intelligence network? what is actually happening. I mean, if you know that this is a particular route or particular border that these people will want to come every day, what stops you from, putting up pragmatic measures to ensure that these people don't come again? These borders and the routes they come through, we all know them. So why not police those areas, those borders, see them as hotbeds, and then pay particular attention to these areas? So, but because the Nigerian state has failed in that responsibility, trying to see how it can protect lives and property, and because of the over-politicization, that's what is happening. So, because your brother is involved in the crime, as a police officer or a military officer, you close your eyes. But when it is the other person from another place, you want to wear your influence and then prove that you're a military officer or a police officer. It's bad. And the earlier we begin to checkmate the lopsidedness in terms of recruitment in these agencies, the better for us. I don't know what is actually happening. And that's why I was talking about the federal character principle. Why can't we also balance up the recruitment of these personnel in these agencies? I remember sometime when they were recruiting for, SSS? I learned that one particular state alone, is it Katsina or Kanu, had about how many percentage? Kanu, exactly. And that's where the problem is beginning. And they have the mindset that, look, you are going there for a purpose. And you know what happened during the 1964-1965 Western Regional Crisis, which of course started what we're experiencing now. Because the police couldn't quell the disturbances at that time. They brought in the military. And in that process, the military also became over-politicized. And that is the dangerous trend that is still persisting up till now. I mean, how can you, as a policeman or as a soldier or whatever paramilitary agency you belong to, rather than look at issues from the wider national point of view, you are not considering ethnicity. Where is that man from? Okay, for instance, look at how many of them have been arrested all this while. We have not heard from the records that, okay, look, these number of herdsmen have been arrested and prosecuted. We have secured their imprisonment with the relevant court, with the relevant jurisdiction. We've not had such statistics. But every day you keep on hearing them, they are coming today, they've done this, they've done that. Okay, now that the Amotekun have caught this number of persons, I mean, do they have that constitutional legal right to inflict any form of punishment? Of course, the answer is no. All they could do is what they are telling us. Or the best they can do is to say, okay, go back to where you are coming from. But such people who inflicted them, if you even at times you report the matter to the police, you find that at the end of the day, they regain their freedom without being punished. So what do you expect? You expect that the criminality and brigandage will continuously be on the increase. And who will suffer? The entire Nigerian population will suffer. Everybody is living in fear, like the Hobbesian state of nature, where life is short, solitary, nasty, and brutish. I mean, so it's something that we begin to ask questions. Do we really have a state? Do we really have government? Where is the government that will claim that we voted them into office to perform these basic functions, particularly with regards to protection of lives and property? And so you find that it's like nobody is in charge anymore. So you leave the criminals to do whatever thing they do at any point in time and go scot-free. And every time we're talking about, in fact, at a point I got fed up discussing about insecurity in this country. Because it appears the more we speak or talk about that, the more the thing is on increase. I mean, why can't we as a people do something? Or do we take delight in seeing people dying every day? Look at the recent case at Tomere somewhere where they are still looking for 16 cows, Abi. They are still looking for 16 cows. And I ask, those cows, were they just abandoned in the bush like that? Were there no people who were actually looking after this cow? No trace? They can't trace anybody for 2 weeks now? Somebody have been abducted? Nothing has been done about it? I think we need to really ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we the way we are? Is it that it is a helpless and hopeless and hapless situation? Can we do something as a people and begin to rechannel our energy to so many positive things that can make us distinctive and unique in the Committee of Nations. We are making ourselves a laughing stock among the Committee of Nations. There are thinner clients where if this thing had happened, you would need the next 1 hour. The police or the army would have rounded those people up. But here in Nigeria, it will take you time, except there's a special interest need to be protected within the powers that be. That's when you can see all these things happen. Which means, fundamentally, we have what it takes. Nigeria has what it takes to protect its citizens. But because of bias, but because of the fact that we are considering some primordial, sentiments, we are being corrupt, we are not sincere, we try to consider the fact that where some people belong, some people do not belong. There's that kind of discrimination and marginalization of people's interests. And so it will amount to nothing if we don't, ab initio, correct some of these things.
All right. Okay, we'll got your thoughts there. Let's move on to this other story. Tinubu's manifesto shows he'll fight Buhari, Atiku's spokesperson. Daniel Bwala, spokesperson of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has claimed that the manifesto of the president-elect, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, shows he will fight President Muhammadu Buhari. Bwala stated this in a tweet via his official Twitter handle on Wednesday. According to him, Tinubu's manifesto has shown that he might fight Buhari over his administration's policies. Bwala recounted that Buhari also blamed the PDP administration for the country's woes. Bwala said it will be interesting to hear the excuses that will emanate from Tinubu's administration. He tweeted, "It will be interesting to hear the excuses they will give because there will be tons of excuses. The outgoing government in 8 years blamed their failures on PDP. The next one, who will he point to? Because his manifesto is built to fight his predecessor." Okay. Mano.
He didn't tell us
what he saw in the manifesto.
Good.
That is the entire manifesto.
That's what he shows now. And that's the reasonable conclusion to reach.
He's built to fight his predecessor.
Well, however, he has managed to know, because I'm not sure Bwala is the only person that has read that particular manifesto. I, for one, has not read that manifesto. If he's showing signs all around that he will fight Buhari, I'm very sure that Bwala will be happy if such war starts. That Tinubu is fighting his party man, his former president, the former president that belonged to his party. So let Bwala wait for that particular time. In other words, as Buhari had been blaming PDP for his woes, and then Tinubu maybe is going to blame Buhari for his woes. And like I said, I'm sure Bwala will be very much happy for such to happen.
Okay. Got you. Dr. Bitima.
I think what I'm decipher from what Bwala is saying is that Tinubu has consistently said and maintained that he will continue from where Buhari stopped. Looking at his manifesto, it's a different thing altogether from where Buhari began and where he stopped. So, in other words, he will not continue with Buhari's policies. That's a way of maybe fighting Buhari's continuity program of APC and Buhari government. Beyond that, I don't know even how to go on with such statement from Bwala. Is it that Buhari will be angry that he's not pursuing his policies? Is it that Buhari will come out to say, why are you treating maybe these issues in a particular way? I can't put my finger quite seriously on what he's saying, other than he will not continue with Buhari's policies and programs.
All right. I just want to quickly see if there's anything in that manifesto that I can pull out and see how it was built to fight Buhari.
People are looking for trouble.
All right, so the 10 promises of the former Lagos State governor contained in the manifesto: 1, build a Nigeria, especially for our youth, where sufficient jobs with decent wages create a better life. 2, manufacture, create and invent more of the goods and services we require. Nigeria shall be known as a nation of creators, not just consumers. Export more and import less, strengthening both the Naira and our way of life. Continue assisting our ever-toiling farmers through enlightened agricultural policy that promotes productivity and assures decent incomes so that farmers can support their families and feed the nation. Modernize and expand public infrastructure so that the rest of the economy can grow at an optimal rate. Embolden and support our young people and women by harnessing emerging sectors such as digital economy, entertainment and culture, tourism and others to build the Nigeria of tomorrow today. Train and give economic opportunity to the poorest and most vulnerable among us. We seek a Nigeria where no parent is compelled to send a child to bed hungry, worried whether tomorrow shall bring food. 8, generate, transmit and distribute sufficient affordable electricity to give our people the requisite power to enlighten their lives, their homes and their very dreams. 9, make basic healthcare, education and housing accessible and affordable for all. And 10, but most importantly, establish a bold and assertive policy that will create a strong yet adaptive national security architecture and action to obliterate terror, kidnapping, banditry and all other forms of violent extremism from the face of our nation. I don't know, I see these things as some of the very things that Buhari pursued, you know.
It's good you're saying it, so we are too.
All right, doesn't matter. Let's get on to Emifia Hagado.
Bola is a Nigerian. He has
No, he might have a Guinean passport, you know.
Maybe. Trouble. People are just looking for trouble where there's no trouble.
All right, sorry, Ed, go ahead.
Bola is a Nigerian and he's also entitled to freedom of expression. So I think he's just exercising one of those rights. If not, I don't see anything he said there. It really makes sense. He's meant to fight. So fight. No specification. Nothing. Just meant to fight. So it means Tinubu will just go there and be, hey, Buhari, your policy. And Buhari is even telling you that I am not interested in anything. No. As I am leaving, I will be retiring to Daura. If you people disturb me too much, in the name of consultation, in the name of, I will relocate to Niger. I will stay there. So maybe Bola is just looking for maybe media attention. That's why he said this. The Tinubu that I know that have demonstrated capacity, pragmatic evidences that we saw. Tinubu is not a man who talk much. He doesn't engage in fighting, unnecessary fights. He is a man who is focused on projects, a man who is focused on delivering dividends of democracy. So I don't see, even when Obasanjo came with all manner of his tantrum, all manner of his attack, send it to Lagos, he want to dethrone him, he want to fight. Tinubu never bothered. He was always focused on governance. Where Obasanjo was writing to US, writing to everywhere, Tinubu was not picked up. He was always focused, delivering dividends of democracy to Lagosians. And today we are proud of some of these projects that he embarked on. So I believe it's the same thing is coming to replicate. So Bola may be thinking, Bola may be dreaming. He might also join the cookers who will be cooking passports, cooking drug, whatever in Buhari's hand, so and cooking so many things, you know, deceiving themselves, propagating all manner of messages while they soak themselves in those hallucinations and maybe in their devices. Tinubu will focus on delivering dividends of democracy to Nigeria, create jobs, tuition fees. He's talking about grant for students. Come and give student grant. There are people who are willing to further their education, but they lack resources. A good Tinubu is going to do that. Like indeed, when he paid WAEC fee for all residents of Lagos, it doesn't matter you are from Lagos, you are from North, you are from East, you are from West, you are from South. As long as you were resident in Lagos in Tinubu's time, your education was free.